In this tutorial session, we will cover ngIf, else, and then directive. And also we will create a practical session how we can use them in our Angular application. So let's start the video.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel WaveTutorials, and you are watching AngularJS full tutorial session. And also I request you to, if you have still not subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe to it and don't forget to click on that notification bell icon. So let's start with today's session.
ngIf, else, and then is a structured directive that conditionally include a template based on the conditional values in DOM at runtime, and it add or remove the elements in DOM. ngIf work on the basis of true or false result for a given expression. If the condition is true, then the element will add in DOM, otherwise it will remove from the DOM. And the same way, else is used to display for false condition. For else block, we need to use ng template. As you can see that using ngIf, and then we will check the condition, and then with a predefined keyword else, we can write our own text here, like it's written here else block, and we need to specify this text in ng template here. And if the condition is false, then this ng template, the else block, will executed on DOM. The same way, then if there is a condition we would like to display the then block in a separate div, then we can use the syntax like ngIf condition then, and then the text then block, which will be written with ng template here then block, and then the else block. So when a condition is true, then the true condition is executed, this one, and when the condition is false, then the else condition will be executed using ng template. So let's open Visual Studio Code and see few practical examples with ngIf, else, and then. So here I already created a setup, and our application is already running on localhost port 4200. So first of all, to check ngIf, let's open the component, and first of all let's create a variable with which will check the condition. So let's create it like condition and set its value to true. Now let's open HTML and create a div element div and use sign of asterisk ngIf condition, and then close this div. Now let's save it. And you can see text is showing on this DOM. So if I make it false, then this text will actually removed from the DOM, and it's not simply a show or hide, it's actually removed it from this. So let me show this you as well, like let's open inspect element, and in body tag under the content, here we have a div content. We don't have anything like ng example div. So if I set it to true and save it, now again let's open the content div, and you can see here the div with ng example text. So to make it little bit more compatible, let me add to input button from where we can immediately switch to true or false. So for this, let's type to input field of radio type, and also give a class to him, like I already created a class for radio with the name of radio, and its type should be radio. Also let me get some more space here. Let's give him a name as radio selection and set a click event here and call a method set condition and pass value true. And let's close the radio button and write a text here like true. Now let's create another radio which will set its value to false and its text should be false. Let's wrap it in a div and create a method with the same name set condition and set the value of condition to the selected value which should received here as a type of boolean. Now let's save it and also save the HTML page. And you can see here we have a radio button with true or false, and let's check on true and the text is showing here, and if I click on false it will disappear. So this is the example of ngIf. So now let's create an example with ngIf and else. So for this let's create a break element here and create a div element with ngIf condition, and then let's use semicolon here. We can also use it without semicolon. Now here else, and you can write anything here, like let me write else block and ngIf with else block. So when the condition will be true, then this will be display, and when it will be false, then the else block will display. So now let's create the else block with ng template and name it as else block. It should be same as this. So here let me write else block and ngIf with else block true condition. Let's save it. Now let's make it true, and you can see that ngIf with else block true condition, and if I click on false, then the else block will show here. For now let's remove this so that we will not get confused, and now let's create a then block. So then block is used when a condition is true. Now let's write then keyword here, which is a reserved keyword, and then we can write our own text for then block. Then block, and with the same like this ng template, let's create a then block here, and then when the condition is true, in this case this then block will executed instead of this, and when condition will get false, then this else block will be executed. So here you can see that this then block is executed because we have created a separate then block for this if condition instead of this. So here we can remove this as well. Let's save it. And you can see here when I click on true, then block will be executed, and when I click on false, then else click will get executed. So here you can also specify it without semicolon, like I use it without semicolon right now. It's still working same as it is. And to get it more clear with a condition, you can specify the semicolon in between like this, and it will work as same. So you can also change its text like this, then, or something else, whatever according to your wish. So you can see here that it's working as per requirement. So if you would like to go further conditions, then you can write another if condition here and execute your further conditions. So these all are the structural directives which we can use in AngularJS application, and it will be very helpful because most of the condition if else and then we can execute it on our HTML page, and here in this presentation layer it's very easy to manage with the HTML elements. So in this session we have covered what is ngIf, else and then structural directives. Also we checked how we can use these structural directives with AngularJS application. If you have any query, just write a comment in comment box, or you can also write to me at wavetutorials@outlook.com. I also request you to, if you have still not subscribed to our channel, then please subscribe to it and also give a like to our video. My name is Naveen and thank you for watching this tutorial.